Okay, so today I got a challenge for you, a discipline challenge for 30 days that I gotta do with you. If you have basically struggles with discipline, this will massively help you with this, right? So, beautiful day, started to rain also, by the way, just before I started to record, or even some time earlier. But anyway, so we got some steps here that I'm going to tell you about. And by the way, if you truly struggle with discipline, you really cannot figure it out how to do all this, you can also get my help. The link is in the description. But back on the video, and that's another thing. If you missed even one thing, you move back to day one. Don't lie, because you'll feel shame and guilt, and it just won't work. So anyway, number one of what you gotta do in this discipline challenge is to have an accountability journal, a non-negotiable journal with some things you gotta do, some good habits and work, and the days that for each and every one, and you gotta take each and every box when you make it, when you do the non-negotiable. So it's this kind of notebook, and you basically just open it up, and you copy how it looks, basically, and you make these non-negotiables in terms of habits and productive work that you gotta do daily. So this is how it looks, right? So you gotta take each and every single box of what you put yourself in here for like 30 days, and you cannot miss any, right? Your confidence will skyrocket, your discipline will skyrocket if you hit each and every single one. So that's number one. Number two, you gotta read at least 10 pages of a self-development book or a business book. Now, if you seem to be in something else, fair enough. Like, choose something else. And by the way, school stuff doesn't count, right? The point is, most of us are, I assume, are on self-development, business stuff. So my book that I choose to read is Think and Grow Rich. So I gotta get into this one. It will be very nice. And some book recommendations I can give to you are, and that will also raise your standards of discipline and winner mindset, winner mentality, are Relentless by Tim Grover. That was Michael Jordan's and Kobe Bryant's coach also. Amazing book, will develop hugely, if that's a word, your winner mentality. Also, the book The One Thing by Gary Keller, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone, and in general, Grant Cardone's books. Think and Grow Rich, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins, amazing book as well. All of these are awesome. How to Influence and Influence People. What else? There's a bunch. So just pick one. You can even pick it in a PDF or something, but I recommend you to get the actual physical book, because it will be such a more interesting experience, and you can highlight stuff. Even on PDFs you can highlight, but you get the point. It's pretty nice to have the actual physical book. So yeah, pretty cool. You read 10 pages at least daily. If you want to read more, no problem. Go read more. Point is, you gotta read at least 10 to raise your frequency, your discipline up for this 30-day discipline challenge. And the purpose of this challenge is not that it will make you disciplined forever or something. You still gotta put the work in, obviously, and it gives you will pick on some more good habits that will raise your frequency overall. So you gotta pick these and perhaps do each and every one daily, like forever, perhaps even, or at least some of them. Because they'll be massive for your discipline level, right? So that's this one thing of read at least 10 pages. If you want to read more. And the next thing is actually keep your every promise, whatever promise you give yourself, whatever you say you will do, go and do it. Your confidence and your discipline level will skyrocket, because you actually begin trusting yourself. You give yourself a higher standard, and you actually are able to complete more amazing work done. So that's another thing. You gotta keep each and every single promise that you give yourself. Next thing, you gotta have a to-do list, right, with at least 3, and hopefully around 3 only, at least 3 tasks that you gotta complete in terms of like productive work or some hard, uncomfortable discipline stuff, right? So for example, it can even be some kind of hard run, or preparing for some kind of marathon, or whatever you can put that, or you can just put some disciplined productive stuff, for example with your online business. For example, I of course, it's not the only thing in the business I want to build, but for example, making a video. So I got to work on that each and every day. And some tasks for me might be, let's say, research and synthesize from different books, videos, and stuff. Put an actual plan, script the video also, and film it, post it, stuff like this, right? That's one thing. Or work on the courses that I make, make them even better, spend time thinking about that, and so on. You got to give yourself at least 3 things that you will do in that day. And those things can be different every day, of course, but no, whatever. I mean, it depends, right? I mean, you put yourself different things, or for example, in the learning aspect, you can say, I want to learn from this video, from this and that. And by the way, reading from 10, let's say 10 pages does not count, or these tasks do not count in the to-do list. These are additional things. So you got to do this. The next thing is to journal every day. Might say, but Sebastian, what does that mean? You got to basically pick a notebook. This is mine, or at least for now. I've completed many of them, quite some, over the course of months and actually years. So point is, why is it so important for you to journal? It's massive. So this will has so many benefits. Like, it will increase your self-awareness, your self-control. It will allow you to solve problems way better, because it just makes so much more sense when you actually put your thoughts on paper. You actually bring them out from that blur and you take them out into reality and put them here. And as Jordan Peterson says, it will make you super articulate. Like this stuff, you will be able to way better articulate your thoughts, what you think, what you want to, how you express yourself. It just improves massively simply because of this. And you can use this to solve different problems that you have, small or big. You can think, okay, it's your journaling time in the day, it comes, and then you ask yourself, okay, what problem do I want to solve? What should I focus on in terms of fixing, right? It can be small or big, doesn't matter, but just write something. Or you can also write about the kind of man you want to become, the kind of goals you have, and so on. It will bring so much more clarity to you. It's massive. So you got to do all these things for like 30 days straight. Don't miss any one of them. Otherwise, you just go back to day one. And also another thing is, at least 1 to 2 hours of focused, productive work daily. At least 1 to 2 hours of productive work, because we want to not just increase our discipline and whatever, but also to move towards our goals. And for example, if you have an online business, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, we all try to make it. So basically, yeah, just focus on your work in terms of that, whatever your thing is. So yeah, we have, again, like, note these down, because you want to remember them, right? You got to complete each and every one. Otherwise, if you miss one, you go back to day one. And don't lie to yourself, all right? Like, actually complete it. So one is take each and every box in your accountability journal, in your non-negotiables. 2, promises. 3, at least 1 to 2 hours of great focused work daily. 4, 10 pages at least of a book, self-development or business, preferably, but depends what you're into. And also journal every day, and give yourself at least 3 tasks to do in your to-do list for the day. When you do all these, you'll see that your discipline massively skyrockets, and you can begin adopting some of these habits. You can look, these accountability journal stuff. This is massive. You gotta do it, and don't make it on a paper and put it on your wall. That's not the way to do it. Because you will need to, imagine how many papers of that you will need to make. It's just not effective. Plus, you gotta take it with you, because when you go to your grandparents or other family members or this and that, and you're not home for like a day or two, you gotta take it with you, right? So preferably also it's not too big, because it's more comfortable to take it with you if it's smaller. But yeah, just make it like this, and look, months and months and months of just wins. When you do all this, your confidence, of course, will massively increase, in your discipline level as well. You increase your standard massively, and you show yourself visual proof that you literally change and become way better. And when you look back, like before and after, you'll see the massive difference. So you do all these, your discipline will skyrocket. Pick your book today, by the way. I mean, right now, think of what book do you plan on reading. I give you some examples. Look, if you don't have the money for the physical book, although pretty sure you do have, or ask for your parents for something, at least read on a PDF. It's for free, literally. Just go get the PDF of a book. For example, The One Thing or Relentless, or Relentless is I think the most interesting one, because it has real actual stories that will massively inspire you. That is huge, right? So I recommend you to start with that, Relentless, or whatever book you have planned to read, or this and that is important to you. Go and read that. So do all these. This will massively skyrocket your discipline. I will do the challenge myself as well. So do all these for 30 days. Also, you can get my help. The link is in the description if you need more in-depth stuff. And also add me on Instagram. Let's connect. Let's talk. And also we have a Discord server with more people there and you can help each other. So that'll be helpful, I guess, as well. So yeah, do all these starting today, except perhaps if it's night and you don't have time for these, whatever. But in that case, in the morning, boom, you go straight day one. And yeah, just also note them down somewhere so that you remember what day it is. So that's pretty much it. Go do all these, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.